always work out.
Brush my teeth. When I get up, I'll show you some of yeah, you'll be done with your breakfast. I'll show you some of wild thing on the guitar.
All right.
Sorry.
Some napkins and some butter and there's all kinds of jelly too. I know which kind you like. Katie likes this kind of butter. And then there's Breakstone, so whatever kind you like. Everything's right to the toaster.
No, is that cough part for cold?
I'm sorry?
Is that cough part for cold?
Yeah, I think so. You know, sometimes she wakes up in the morning, she gets a little cough. Yeah, she always did. I don't know. But she's had a little cold, she said, so. Yeah. Hope she has a raincoat. I can let her borrow mine. I have an umbrella too if you need it today. If you guys didn't bring an umbrella, I think there's an umbrella in here. Kevin went out twice a year, once in the fall and once in the spring. He's into records like your brother. So it's called Record Store Day. And they release some albums that they only are going to release that day. They do it twice a year in spring and fall. So it's today.
Oh.
So he's online somewhere at a store in an hour away. They only have a few stores that they do it in. So
He
left already.
oh yeah, he left.
He went to early to stand online.
Oh, okay.
The store opens at 9, but it's like first come, first serve
Oh.
when they run out, so he's there to do that. I'm gonna shut these off. I'm glad you had a nice morning yesterday, so I got to see the stars.
Mm-hmm.
You want some more coffee too?
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, fresh.
Yeah, sure. Milk and sugar or just milk?
Both.
Okay. Milk or half and half?
Milk. And two sugars.
There's butter, and jelly. There's marmalade, and then there's your mom's blackberry too.
Because I got up at 6:45 and he was gone.
Yeah, yeah. He got up around 6. I think he was out of there by 6:20 or something. And heard him, I didn't get up. Just lay there.
Oh,
That's my fault. Getting my alarm.
You know, socks can be,
I will catch you.
socks can be slippery. We can still update the phone.
I will hold out my arms and catch you.
Well, I'd probably bring you down with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ooh. You gotta.
Help yourself, cups there, and
Matt, when you're after my call, what I'm gonna teach you is that. Is that good?
Yeah.
If I like, well, I have to work. Matt's gonna be learning this data.
good morning.
Good.
Sounds easy. I said it sounds easy.
You learn it easy now. Everyone thinks no one has to know it's easy.
That's true.
You can learn something. Well, I never know.
Do you keep in touch with Heather at all? Katie, do you keep in touch with Heather or Kathy at all? Did they ever get back to you or
I
anything?
thought we had a very firm.
No,
Rain outside right
Right.
now.
That was that as I understood it.
okay.
Hope it's not like that in Philly.
No, I never raised in Philly.
No?
No.
And that, isn't there a show, something about Philadelphia? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? Is that the name of the show? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Brian likes that show?
How'd you sleep? Off and on?
Well, if that's too high for him, he had a bad dream.
It's up in the air too high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You could lie on the floor.
You
Yeah,
know-
maybe you want that couch after all, Matt.
You know,
Don't tell Ryan. But he'll be like, should I offer you the couch? I offered you the blow-up mattress. You wanted the bed.
well, you know what? Your mattresses used to be on the floor until up to about 2 or 3 years
Oh,
ago.
so Scott, when we first bought this house, right, and I'm sure my parents told you more about the building they did over time, but we first bought it, and I was 12, my sister was 8, the summer we moved in. Our dining room table
I got out of the
was,
garbage.
so I'll cut out the garbage. The best part is our dining room chairs were blue plastic folding chairs.
Oh, cool.
Like straight $5, last us a decade. Because my parents were like, the kids are gonna be wet, they're gonna be standing. We don't own
I don't be yelling
furniture.
at them every, you know, like, get off the couch, get off the chairs. You know,
It's like a dog.
Exactly. So, and it just worked for everyone all through until one Thanksgiving. My friend Lee is with us, or not Thanksgiving, but it's a winter we're down here. My friend Lee, who lives down the street, is over for dinner. My dad sits on one of these chairs, just falls right through.
Oh,
He gets
no.
up, he's like, new chairs.
literally broke the chair.
Literally broke through the chair. But it was, that being said, you know, there was so much of the, part of the like spiritual investment of this house was this house is not a house of worrying, or this is just the vacation home. So our first dining room table was casual, so you didn't have to stress it. Our beds, when we first moved in, we're like, we have 4 beds. We don't have 4 bed
I
frames.
bought mattresses.
Mattresses on the floor.
Then when your bedroom set, the dressers, they were harassed. She was moving.
My good friend's mom, lovely like loveliest, but this like, she was like a commanding woman.
Yeah.
She was, I mean, she was beautiful, she was French
French,
and
but
West African.
French African.
She was from West Africa, and she was in like a
Good
motorcycle
morning.
gang.
Morning.
She was just like a formidable woman.
Wow.
She like, looked like a super lovely. I loved Merez.
She was moving and she sold.
No, they
That's
sold their
set.
timeshare.
Right.
They weren't
Right.
moving, but they sold their
That's right.
timeshare.
So we're getting the furniture from their timeshare, which
Mhm.
was in better shape than their furniture, they said.
Yeah.
But they sold us that bedroom set that's in the guest room, and the dresser and the nightstand that's in your room.
Yeah.
Like, they just were getting rid of it.
They're like,
And
oh,
I
do you
had
want
just
a
put
full
house, and I
bed?
was
Do
like,
you want a
I'll
dress?
take it.
Yeah.
And so we did, so that was like the only bed, and eventually this bed was in our house in,
That was the sleigh bed from Montclair.
right,
The guest bed.
right. So we eventually, we used to have the mattress and everything, but when we sold the house, we moved the bed down here, and I bought bed frames for the beds, you finally got.
Well, no, Karen and I had my surfboard bed frame.
Well,
I
just the
remember when I
headboard.
first, yeah, I remember when I first was like,
Our bed's on the floor. Well, now like, oh yeah, but I guess you noticed, so you
Yeah.
headboard.
So a box spring and a mattress, I was like, you know, all right now, you got a bed.
So I just a headboard, it looks like a surfboard.
I've been there many times.
Yeah. Well,
No
you know,
box spring, just the mattress.
but, the what do you call, that dresser in Kara's room is my dresser when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, that's an Ethan
Really?
Allen dresser, it's in great shape, it was an Ethan Allen dresser, and the nightstand
Well, it's all
was
solid
mom.
wood.
Yeah.
You know,
And I was like, that stuff is, that stuff is like,
are they still around?
Oh,
you know, I think they are, yeah, not too many, like Hoffman Cruz is gone. We actually, those chairs at Hoffman Cruz was going out of business, and they were denim
Right.
before, but they were going out of business. And we had bought a couch, and then we went to get it, and they sold it to somebody else, and we already had to put a deposit on it, and it was gone. We were like, you know, and so they were like, and they were going out of business. So we got those two chairs for like a song for the price of the couch. I mean, what we had put in the deposit.
Right.
And, because they were like oversized and they were little, like, they weren't moving.
Yeah.
But I was like, look at this big space. You know,
Oversized
I was
couches,
like,
for
yeah,
sure.
I said, we'll take those.
And it was like my mom was saying, that was denim, but like actual denim, no protectants to the fabric or anything. So the chairs themselves proper was here since 2002. Denim on them. I'm sure we have the photograph somewhere hanging around. It was. It got to the point where this. I mean, it would fray, but this was this like sky pale denim blue,
Oh, yeah.
and you flipped it over, and it was just cobalt. Right.
Also faded.
Also
With the sun.
faded, and there was.
We
there
didn't
was-
have shades here until fairly recently.
Yeah.
That was like, I'll never
Well, you
forget
know
when
what?
we moved from we lived in a basement apartment co-op.
Well,
Way
half
back when.
basement. We're happy.
Yeah, it was half basement.
It's a supers apartment.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
So
I
the
was
windows
so
were right
excited to
there.
go into town. Connecticut. I think Ryan. And I put the, I was on the side. It was like, house, you know, and we went out, you probably don't remember this, we went out, and I bought, real one, and I put it up, and I decorated it. 3 days later, it was like, the sun, it killed it, and it was like totally dead. I was like,
I make
oh.
wreaths. Ryan and I, the wreath we have on our door, I like to go and I'll pick out, I'll go to like craft stores and I'll pick up all the fake leaves and the wooden, so I'll like, I weave.
So you made one of your, that's cute.
Thank you.
I thought you bought it.
No, I made that.
Very
She was in my brief.
I made all my wreaths.
She made me one.
I didn't do one. No,
But you know
no,
what?
I had one and I was downsizing and I gave you one. So
That's right.
I wanted to
The other houses were little, and then, except for the one across the street, but nobody lived on the second floor really, there was this old couple. But then when everything started going up, we didn't have the blinds, and like one day,
Oh, you just the neighbors.
yeah, all of a sudden, like, cause like Kevin would walk around in his underpants or something, and I went and gave something to Ellen, like, and I'm on the porch, and I'm looking, and I wave at Kevin, he goes, I wave, I was like, you gotta buy those blinds. I was like, now all of a sudden, the lights were on at night, and there's somebody up there. But that was a duplex. It wasn't a very old building, but it was a duplex, and Kevin had told you it was kibbutz, but there was one sister who was in her 80s that owned the house there, that the extended family traveled.
Roy and Ellen, right?
Yes, Roy and Helen.
Helen.
And then
They were lovely.
there was Mary, no, not Mary, I'm trying to remember Anne, and I'm trying to remember the other woman's name. I think it was something again with an M, but it wasn't Mary.
Meryl.
Anyway.
Was it Meryl?
No, they were Michelle was their daughter.
Marjorie?
Yeah, she had an M name too. But she died in the first floor. She was out.
Oh, I'm not talking about
Two of the
lady
older
who would
people.
go swimming with us.
Yeah, no, that was their granddaughter or daughter.
It was, anyway, the whole point is, because we don't need to know the names, because we don't even know the names.
Well, but this old couple, I was here down by myself, and it was in the fall, October or something, I was by myself anyway, I'm sitting on the deck, and I was reading, and then it got dark. I saw them come home from the store, and they had an elevator to get to the second floor, this old couple, and they went in, it was an external elevator, because they had difficulty coming upstairs. And they go in the elevator, and I'm reading, or waiting to them. And, it gets dark, I go inside, I got myself a little bit some tea, I'm sitting there, I'm looking, there's no lights on in their place. It's like, that's weird, like, and so, I went over, and it was about a good hour or so later, it was maybe 2, I read, and, they were in the elevator broke. I mean, and Penny lived on the block, but if you didn't see them get in, you wouldn't know. It was closed in, there was no windows or anything. And so I was trying to get it open, I couldn't, so I called the fire department, or police department, and the fire department came, and they were in that elevator. I felt so bad for them for like 2 hours.
Thank God we went over.
And they were like, they were also like, thank God I was here.
Yeah.
Nobody else lived it was only Penny was the only year-round person on the block at that time.
Well, they would have stayed.
They would have been in that
forever.
elevator for, when Ann and her
Oh
husband
my
went in the
God.
elevator that one time I found, you didn't know about this? Remember that external
care about
elevator in the white building?
Yeah.
They came home from doing groceries, and it was near dusky time, it was like 6 o'clock or something, I'm reading on the front porch, a cocktail or something, and then I went in, I got myself some dinner, I saw them get in, waved, and I noticed, like, everyone eating, like, there's no lights on.
Oh, they got stuck in the
They
elevator?
were stuck in the
Yeah.
elevator for like 2 hours.
And nobody would have known. I guess they didn't have a cell phone, right?
I guess they didn't,
I mean,
they were an
maybe
older couple.
this is probably an older couple. It's like, oh, we have this, let's leave it on the counter. We're just running to get the groceries.
So, the police came and everything, and they got them out, because I couldn't get them out. But it was like, they were like, the police was like, it's like, thank God you saw them get in. They would have been there for,
Exactly.
We connected it.
yeah, I just was like, he started knocking or banging, and I heard the banging, and I was like, uh-oh. I was fortunate, but it was like, oh. So I remember, when we went to the hospital,
It's not very cold,
the
though.
hospital just checked that they were They always have like somebody, yeah, they weren't down much, but I really didn't understand why they didn't use the first floor. I guess it's their apartment, sisters. But the first floor they died. Her biggest flaw when it comes to all of the people I don't know why they moved, people are weird. They started to do some weird things.
Because no one could manage the stairs, and the person that owned the apartment on the first floor passed their sister just ask, like, why would you do it like this wrong
One of
way?
the things we did when we built the houses, just anticipated living on one floor. The upstairs, I can get to without any trouble now.
He's right now. I need a shower.
Yeah,
Good.
we were.
So that's just.
That's what Mary was talking about, it's only like 2 steps or whatever, so you can manage.
Well, like, so Kevin actually said, because the new house is open. And, figured it out, it actually is like, going there externally. And the door from the place I live. And I'm like, we can't go up the stairs, we can't go to the beach either, like, what's the use? Oh, not only that, yeah, that's why I was like, I said, yes, we can be on this floor. I guess, and then we could take the elevator down to go to the beach, but there's 6 signs at the beach, we need. I can't come up the stairs, but I'm gonna walk half a mile down to the stairs.
They do have a service if for handicapped people and for, that you call the,
Oh, I have a funny
it's
story for
golf-
you guys about
It's a
that.
golf cart, and you can call the township, and several, and, great houses,
If you have a beach card, if you have the beach pass, which pass, they'll take you to.
they take you, they drive you, so like, when Kevin had his hips replaced.
Oh, funny
First
story
of all,
about
he
this.
had to be in a high chair, considered a beach chair, up, and, so, my way is, so we, the golf cart would come, we throw one of the chairs from the roof on the thing, drive him down, take the chair out, he'd sit there like on a throne.
To add it even, to make it even funnier, in the summer, it can't do total board to chair service because the beach is so crowded, it can't just, you know, leave it. So there was one day, it was post op one, pre op the other, not even very literally, and he gets in the cart and my mom and you scooting, like making a flat, like, you know, absolutely, like, carried up the chair, making a butt on it, and then walking on the beach with my mom, this whole profession, because he's in there for 6 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then they give me a time, like we'll be on the beach too.
He's like, I find it not
You know, sometimes you have, do you want another one?
No. Wait, I'm waiting for you to go to the shower.
Well, I did, what happened was.
What? Like people.
Oh, you wanted to take a shower?
Yeah,
Wow.
make sure you tell Ryan
Better get his
to, like,
temperature.
make sure you tell Ryan to point out where the towels are and everything, so you know all that stuff.
We have to show him.